I'm thinking that this could be the last trip for Camperolla. And so this is just like a nice little farewell montage. I'm currently in West Virginia at the newest national park called New River Gorge National Park and Preserve. Got a little postcard here. So it has the focuses on this bridge. It's the longest steel arch bridge in the Western Hemisphere and the third tallest bridge in the US. I was thinking that there might not be that much to do here, thinking that it would be more of like a drive-through kind of park, but there's lots of trails, and I went hiking on several trails yesterday, and I'm glad I came. It's really beautiful. The gorge, the river, and the bridge is very impressive. So I'm glad I came. But I say that this is could be, don't hold me to it because I am cheap, but this could be the last Camperolla road trip. I'm just thinking, you know, she's old, you know, she's a 98 Toyota Corolla. This is the only car I've ever had, and I've had for a long time now. She's got, I don't know why I keep saying she, like I was always very like adamant about naming this car. I don't know why I gendered the car, but I was always adamant against naming the car because I never liked the car. I don't know. I feel like I've told everybody the story, but my parents got the car for me, you know, when I was 16, and I had paid for half of it, but they didn't let me have any say, I guess, in picking the car. And so they just like surprised me with it, with me having paid for half of it. So, and I was just like, I didn't like it at all. It's the same car that one of my best friends in high school's mom had. Okay, I have to act quick because my storage on my phone is full and I just had to delete some videos. So what I was saying my story about the car and how it was like a mom car, and so I was not thrilled about that, and for having paid half of it, you know, and not having a say. I was always pissed anyway. So I've never really liked this car, but I know it's gotten me, you know, to Alaska and back to all over this country many times, and I am very grateful for it. And so of course it holds a special place in my car, in my heart, in my car heart, my cold heart. And so it does feel like the end of an era if I end up getting rid of it, which, I mean, I do feel like I have more savings now, and I can get a better vehicle for my lifestyle to be able to sleep in, which is what I've wanted for like forever now, it feels. But really no, it's because my car just is like clanky now. I kind of am embarrassed. You know, I was having some issues with my speedometer, just like turning off, and like my mileage just like being wiped. My check engine light will come on, and it did that earlier this year. We got it checked out, and it was just like wiring. So they just like replaced the wiring. It was fine. And then when I left back in June, it, you know, had to drive longer distances for, you know, longer hours, it started happening again. But I found that like whenever I would just turn the car off and let it rest, you know, by the next morning, it was fine. The speedometer worked, the mileage was on, and the check engine light was off. So I just noticed it would do that, you know, frequently enough. it's done it this whole time now. And that's not the only thing. Like, obviously that could probably just be a wire, but something is like kind of clanking now and rattling, and that could be another quick fix too. I'm not sure, and I feel like my brakes are probably also shot from driving like up and down these mountains all summer. But anyway, I'm not usually one to think about like what other people think of me. Like, I don't give a shit. But sometimes I'll see my car in like through strangers' eyes and be like, yeah, it's janky. And you know, none of my door handles, with the exception of the driver's side, my driver door, all the door handles inside and outside are broken. So whenever somebody rides in my car, I have to like go open the doors for them, because I apparently am the only one who can open the door. And yeah, so it's just like many factors compiled on each other, and the fact that the car's old, and CAMPEROLLA'S is past their prime. And yeah, so I'm thinking that this could be the last trip for CAMPEROLLA. And so this is just like a nice little farewell montage. Insert some photos of CAMPEROLLA across the country. So besides that, I was just gonna give another little update on my trip. You know, so I left in June, and so it's been like, I'm on my 5th month. Obviously I haven't been in the car that whole time. That would be not something I could do. You know, I went to work in several places, temporary seasonal jobs, and was lucky enough to get some house and pet sitting gigs through Trusted House Sitters, insert link, and which I highly recommend. And so therefore I haven't had to pay for housing this whole time. And, you know, staying with some friends here and there, and then sleeping in the car here and there. So I guess ever since I left New York City, almost 2 weeks ago now, it's been primarily car camping, and then visiting friends, but mostly in the car. So, in leaving, you know, the end of October, beginning of November, I wanted to go up to Maine. And so I went to Acadia National Park for the first time. And I was worried that it was going to be cold. You know, since I left in June, I don't have any of my my cold weather gear. So I don't have my nice 0-degree Montbell sleeping bag with me. So I was worried that I was going to be pretty chilly in the car. Surprisingly, you know, the lows were only in like the lower 40s in Maine. And so I was able to, you know, wear enough at night to be warm. And then one of the last nights, I think it got down to, I think 28 or so. And I was like, this is too cold for the gear that I have. Obviously I've slept in 9-degree weather in CAMPEROLLA out in Colorado at about 9,000 feet when I went on my ski road trip a couple years ago. And I had my 0-degree bag then, and it was fine. So I know it can be colder, but I just don't have the right gear with me. Anyway, so I did Maine. Well, I went to see a friend in Massachusetts, and then Maine, and then New Hampshire, and then went to stay with some friends in Vermont, and then down to some friends in New York, upstate New York. And then, but mostly the times that I've been car camping, it's been in Walmart parking lots. And I know in this last video I made, I talked more about urban car camping, since there's not as many public lands, national forest land to be able to camp on. So my go-to is just Walmart parking lots now. And I've stayed in enough now that I feel pretty comfortable there, almost more so than like somewhere else. So like this campground right here is in the national park, and it's a free campground, which I was really surprised when I talked to the people in the visitor center about camping, and they said it was free. I was like, wow, for a national park, that's I think, unusual. And it being November and cold, you know, not many people are here. There are, like, I see 2 RVs and then like a van and a truck here as well. Yeah, so this is actually the one night I've stayed in a campground since I left New York. Yeah, so it's just a different way, but I do feel fine sleeping in Walmart parking lots now. You know, my thing was like, people can see me in here because, you know, not having, you know, having these windows, but I do feel like I'm low enough that when I lay down that you can't see me unless someone was like walking right by my car, and, you know, you park further away so people aren't necessarily walking in the back of the parking lot. So anyway, I'm trying to think of like other things that I need to talk about since this could be the last video. I mean, hopefully it's not the last car camping video because I will have just a different vehicle. But this will be the last Camperolla video. So, I was gonna also say, like, since I didn't have the appropriate gear with me this time, like, I've just been getting stuff at thrift stores, and I like to do that anyway. I really enjoy thrifting, and I resell on different platforms. So, like, I didn't have jeans, and so I went to the thrift store when I was in Long Beach to get some jeans and a jacket and like shoes, like boots. I got, I'll just show you, right? This will be like a thrift haul in Camperolla, right? I got these cute little boots at the Goodwill bins in New York City. They're like men's, but you know, I've got a big foot, so, and they've become like my favorite boots. And I got this blanket at the thrift store because the other night it got down to 26 degrees, and I was like, I can't do that. And I can't put enough clothes on inside my sleeping bag for that to be warm enough. So I was like, fuck it, I'll just get a blanket. So I got this blanket at the thrift store the other night here in West Virginia. And so I've used that the past 2 nights. And I mean, I guess it helps. This beanie I got at the thrift store. Let's see. I mean, I just have all my clothes right here off screen. So, like this jacket I've been wearing all the time, got it for free. I mean, someone left it, so I took it at a job. I asked, it was okay. This nice little leather jacket I got, thrift store. Jeans, thrift store. Anyway. Oh, this fleece I've been wearing. One of my coworkers on the trail gave it to me. Been wearing that, thankfully. Anyway, I just, you know, you make it work. So, okay, I just got turned off again because my storage is full. But I was already going to wrap it up because I said I was rambling. So, that's it. Coming to you live from West Virginia in Camperolla. This could be it. I don't know. So, thanks for watching, and hopefully Camperolla has inspired you to make all your car, sedan, camping dreams come true. I'll see you next time. Bye.